Hey everybody, it's me again. Following up with the last video. This is the segment 3, okay, of the imminent rapture dream connections to the dates of the harvest, okay, of the end time plan of God. Okay, so I was talking about the unleavened bread and the tabernacle is switched, okay? That's why it says a window period, because our dates are off, okay? I'm telling you, people can read the scripture left and right, but if they don't talk to God and ask for things, they won't get the correct information. And a lot of scripture you read without dreams or talking to God, without dreams and visions, you can't crack the code. Okay, you dreams and speaking to God and speaking in tongues. Okay, it's the Spirit of God speaking through your lips. That's speaking in tongues. Okay, which is the speaking in tongues and the interpretation in tongues. When the Spirit speaks in your language, you remember. It comes together. It becomes a language you actually understand. Okay, so that's the speaking in tongues, gibberish language, and the interpretation mushed together is a spirit speaking in your language that you understand. I'm like, wow, I just like cracked the code. Okay, so that's how God said, "My sheep hear my voice." Okay, you can really hear God's voice. And then the other one is dreams. Okay, dreams is a way God speaks to his people. This is biblical. Okay, and in those days we will prophesy. People are going to have dreams. Okay, prophesying, telling future event, things to come, to fulfill the revelation even better. Okay, to fulfill it, to accentuate it, to detail it. Okay, to give insight on it is what it is. So I have that gift. Okay, I'm not trying to boast. This is true. Like, before that I wouldn't have any dreams, but after being born again, I have dreams like there's no tomorrow. God will tell me everything of everything. I'm really close to God, right? So I was talking about it being swapped, okay? And I encourage you guys watch the Catherine's dream. She was also saying that the what was it that the rapture would happen on New Year, okay? Jewish New Year, okay? Not, I thought it was Chinese New Year, American New Year, but there's a Jewish New Year, which is also in September, y'all. Okay, so here's what my conclusion to everything is, okay? One thing to lead to another, and then that thing lead to another, and lead to another, and like, oh my god, like, when will this like be it? You know what I mean? So that's why the rapture is not what people think, because there's so many content to the rapture, right? So what happened is Lily, close the door. So what happened is in that previous stream, my last video 2 of the series of the rapture of the timing, right? Um After my family was convicted, there was a voice. It says they got before New Year to figure it out. And I was wondering and pondering. I'm like, well, hold up. Our New Year's over, the Chinese New Year over, and we're not even close to New Year. We're like in the middle. So, and I had understanding, and then I figured that if the Passover is not the real Passover, and it's the tabernacle, and it's actually the middle annual season, then the real Passover is actually in tabernacle, which is in September. So, and then I found out the Jewish New Year, cause in that voice it says Yao Tu. I was like, why would that? I don't use Yao Tu. Okay, it's Vietnamese for before New Year. Like the voice said they have before Yao Tu to figure it out. Like my family, the ones that are not there yet, right? So and I know, then I come find out there's a Jewish New Year. I'm like, oh, okay, this Jewish New Year. And then guess what? It's in September. Where the tabernacle is, it's actually the unleavened bread. The Passover is the real Passover is on what was it? Unleavened bread. So guess what? The number was 15 and 17. I'm like, whoa, whoa, whoa. Those are the two numbers. That is my confirmation right there. That I was talking about speaking in tongues with the speaking in tongues. The Spirit gave me 20 and 15. and emphasizing the 15. And then the 17 was given in my dream. I was asking God, I'm not smart, just give it to me straight up, because our timeline is off. There's no way I'm gonna like try to go back in the book of Enoch and use the Bible now to actually. You need to have the book of Enoch and the book of the Holy Bible to figure this out, okay? According to the age of Adam, and they give the age and whatever. It's complex. And I was like, I ain't gonna try to go there. The quickest way is just to ask God. Okay, God is gonna help me figure this out on delay, okay? Because my mind is not that smart to figure out all that. A lot of people will do the calculation and the time of the moon or whatever. Like, I wasn't up for all that. I was like, God, just give it to me straight up. And that's exactly what he did, okay? So, according to a series of dreams, okay, like one dream after another, just to link things together, right? I'm another piece of the puzzle to the people that are actually doing the calculation, okay? So what happened is the real Passover is actually in September and not April or May. I thought the rapture would happen in April, according to a source on YouTube, but then the last dream, it was said 5-2, okay, 5-2, which is the I believe the beginning of the harvest, okay, maybe the changing, okay, or and that you got to bring to God. This is all I know. I had 5-2, which is May 2nd, which is the beginning, which is the tabernacle, okay, the tabernacle, and then so the tabernacle, and then the real Passover, or what was it, Passover or the unleavened bread, is actually in September. It was swapped, okay, because of our timing is so off. That's how it got swapped. That's how the devil, and he does it in reverse. This would only make sense, right? Like the devil does in the darkness, right? He does it in reverse. So it would only make sense that our dates are of the devil, and the real Jewish date, or the whatever date, is actually in reverse, right? So yes, in the dream, is that voice said they have before Yautua, which is New Year's Eve, okay? Jewish New Year Eve, not our New Year Eve, right? So I found out the New Year Eve of Jewish is actually in September. And 15 to 17, those are the two numbers that was given to me several years now, indicating the harvest and the rapture and everything all together. And I was like, oh my gosh. So let me get this straight. The 5th May 2nd is the beginning. The September, whatever, is actually the middle, annual, God's annual holy whatever, right? That's a real holy annual period. And so the 3-course harvest, I got 3 pink tickets, okay? So the beginning, the middle, and the end. The end might represent back to, the back in the beginning again. I don't know, but watch this girl. Her dream is called Catherine Dream. She also said that the rapture would happen on New Year. Okay, Jewish New Year, not our New Year. That's one of my confirmation, plus the other confirmation I'm receiving, right? And the other guy, he said the rapture would happen in 2023. So this year, from now to say, okay, like again, the changing and the rapture out was 2 different things. I believe the white robe will get raptured out, while the red robes are few among the white robes, okay? The red robes will be changed. Like, we all change and all raptured out. Yeah, I believe we're going with the red robe getting raptured out too. But the red robe is going to come back to collect the remnants, okay? So I had a dream that after 3 years I was coming back, okay? And everything was destroyed. There was only a few people left on this earth, okay? But before that, I had dreams that even before, after I was coming back after 3 years, I will still guide them for how many days? A lot of people saying 40 days. Like the red robes, the 2 witnesses, are going to basically help a lot of these Christians go through the beheadings, okay? I saw this. It made it clear that I was going to go through, like, even though the pain will not affect me. Like I had an incorruptible body, but I can't tell them to go get beheaded if I don't. You know what I mean? Like it death didn't hold me, just like that. So I didn't feel pain, but I was still leading these people. Okay, because I had to understand if I didn't come back, they were clueless. They were like, they were clueless, like they were drugged. They were drunken, exactly what the word is. They were clueless. And they were like, what? Huh? Like they were clueless. Like they don't know what up and down is. When I say they don't know what up and down is, they think they know God, but in reality, they don't know God. Okay? And because if they did, they wouldn't get left behind. See? If they did, they wouldn't get left behind. So that as I was walking to the New Jerusalem, getting raptured out, I felt pity on them. I knew in my spirit that if I didn't stay, if I didn't tell them another word, they're so lost. Lost. So that's why God has set this up as their second chance. But remember, not everybody will get the second chance, okay? Uh, not everybody, because all I understand from my dream in that time of testing, more than half of there's 7 churches. One is able to escape among, as kings and priests. So there's 6 churches left. So out of the 6 churches left, that's gonna go through the trials. I'll say 1 or 2 that would actually make it to the end, and the other one will rot. Okay, because they couldn't endure the test. It was too hard. They gave in to the mark of the beast, the mark system, whatever it is, they perish. Or sin in general. If you do sin in general, you perish. You don't need the mark of the beast. If you practice a sin willfully, I don't care how much you know God, you ain't getting saved. It's simple, okay? Mark of the beast is no other than sin itself, okay? That's it. Unrepented sin.